everyone, Adrian from Audio Excellence Canada. So as you can see behind me, we have our Sonus Faber, the Sonus Faber SE17 speakers in the place that we are going to start adjusting later today, maybe tomorrow, depending on time. In the meantime, we're setting up the system that we want to start with and see how it sounds with our equipment. So we've got the C1100, the MC901 monoblock amplifiers. We're going to use the MCD600 CD player, the Lumen M1 U1 Mini, I should say, just as a start. We have other sources that we're going to bring in, but just to get the music going and to break the speakers in, we're just going to do that. And then to power a bunch of the stuff up, we're going to open up another McIntosh MPC1500 Power Controller. We've never done an unboxing of this, so I thought let's do this and walk through how the connectivity works and so on. So here we go. So as usual with McIntosh, most of the components are double boxed. So as you can see, there's a big shipping box, and then there's an inner box there. And as I've mentioned before, one of the ways that you can tell if an amplifier or component is brand new is it's all factory sealed, and it says factory sealed by McIntosh. So that's how you know. Okay? Probably the easiest thing to do is I'm going to tip it. So if I'm not wrong, this thing weighs about 87 or 90 pounds or thereabouts, so be very, very careful. Okay, so again, you will see factory sealed by McIntosh. So you have your power, your manual power cord, and this unit. I have to be careful because over the years I've developed arthritis, it feels like, on my left hand. To get a grip on the.
There's no board, is there?
What's that?
There's no board, right? It's cardboard, right?
Yeah, it's just cardboard. I'm just trying to get a grip, but I don't want to rip the plastic bag. Okay. There we go. Oh, I think it is attached. Oh, I forgot. It is attached. Yeah, okay. So. So what will often happen is that the big components like the amplifiers and this power controller, they're actually attached to a board, and that's to also protect the components from that, when the amplifiers or the components are shipped. If because McIntosh products have glass fronts, if they're banged against, the glass can shatter, so this helps protect against it. So I need a Phillips screwdriver, so I'll be right back. All right, so I've got my trusty Phillips screwdriver. By the way, check this out. Sonus Faber area rug. It's gorgeous, very luxurious. McIntosh, we need one. Okay, here we go. So McIntosh just started to ship the components with this really nice cloth bag. Never seen this before up until fairly recently. Okay, here's some space. Oops. Okay, so let's go over the front. I'll plug it in a moment so you can see how it all works. But over here, this meter reads the amount of current draw. When all the components are plugged in, it'll show you how much current is being drawn. And over here, what's the incoming voltage. So, quite useful actually. And then on the back, okay. So, this controller is properly named because this device can actually be used to turn on and turn off components that are plugged into it. So, as with all McIntosh components, you have trigger connections. So you can loop trigger outputs from, for example, your McIntosh preamplifier in here, and that will trigger this unit to turn on and also turn on the outlets as well. So you'll see that these are switch outlets. So when these outlets are switched on, then the components that are plugged in here will be able to turn on or turn off for that matter. These are always live. So any components that are plugged in here can be turned on independently whether or not this unit is actually on. So what that means is that you can have this system set up so that when you turn on, for example, your preamplifier, this unit will then send a delayed trigger signal to the other components that are plugged in here. So this way things can turn on sequentially and thus also not cause a power surge through the system. So, and there are connections over here, whether you want to set it for local or global turn on and off. The manual is actually very comprehensive, so you can go through the manual and figure that out. Or ask your dealer. Okay, so the idea is that we're going to plug it in, put this device to one of the bottom shelves, at least for now. But I guess we can just put it in just to show you what, you know what? No. Yeah, let's do that. I was just thinking that maybe I could just turn it on without. Okay, here we go. Okay, now I'll just get a power cord. Okay, we're back. All right, so the power cord's been plugged into the wall. So turn on, lights, and as you can see, the first two outlets, as I mentioned earlier, are live, so it's always on. Then the switches in the back, I'll have to enable it so that the outlets are on. So let me actually have a look at that and do that now. Is it on?
Yep.
There you go. So now all the outlets are live, so anything that's connected to it right now will actually have power. And of course, as I said earlier, you can set it up so that it just triggers on with the other McIntosh components, but chances are we'll just leave it on like that because we're lazy. All right, that's it for the McIntosh MPC1500. Now, a couple of interesting things. The inside is a really large isolation transformer, and the with a filter so that it takes away noise from AC. It also has a very, very, very good surge protection system, so that if the voltage, I believe, goes 2 volts over what it's supposed to be, it will stop that voltage from getting into the rest of your components. Anyway, so this is an essential piece for anybody who's got a really good McIntosh system. If you live in a condo, really, really, really helpful, because in a condo, your power is being shared by all of your neighbors in the building. In an industrial unit like ours, look at this. 120 is over there, so we're measuring about, looks like maybe 130-ish voltage-wise, and that's really too high. Okay, and again, when things are connected to this, it'll show you how much current is being drawn. So that's actually quite cool as well. I forgot the price. I think it's about $5,000 US or 45 US. I can't remember. Jerry will insert that overlay. All right, we'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.